So I want to share a little experience I had with the MD of a company. It's not really our direct client. And so I was discussing with him, and he said there's this young man that's approached him a few years back, and the young man just finished university and wanted to start up something, but there was no money. So he decided to help the young man. He gave the young man 500,000 to get a shop. And after some time, when he saw how hardworking the guy was, he gave the guy extra 1.5 million to use to buy more goods in his shop. Now, when he saw that the young man was extra hardworking, he decided to invest 5 more million into the guy's business. And he told the guy that, okay, you know what? I want us to do a partnership thing. So he told this young man that he will give him extra 5 million, but they will be doing so it will be a partnership for him so that the business can grow. But they'll share the profit 50-50. Now, he said immediately he gave this young man the 5 million, that his plan was actually to invest 100 million into the business. But he wanted to see how well this man would handle 5 million so that he could now invest the 100 million. But immediately before, this young man was always coming to his place every weekend. But immediately he gave him this 5 million, the young man disappeared. And after 3 years, the young man, he called this guy, and the guy said, I will call you back. After 3 years, one day the young man came to his house and gave him 2 million. I was asking him, this 2 million, what is it for? Is it what the profit we've made? He said, okay, it's not, I'm paying you back the money that you gave me. He said, what do you mean by paying back? I said, you're a big man, sir. I didn't feel that you have houses in Nigeria, you have houses outside Nigeria. So I didn't feel that you needed the 5 million naira. Now, this young man just saw 5 million and just felt it was a big money. But what he didn't realize was that this man had a much, much bigger plan for him. And he didn't realize that because he was greedy in something so small, as small as 5 million, he didn't realize that something bigger was actually out there that was planned for him. Why I'm saying this is that we also need to start to think long term in what we do. And we shouldn't allow greed to drive what we are doing. We should be able to sit down and say, okay, we are willing to forego this present immediate benefit because of something we are seeing in the future. And it's also for us too is, when we are doing what we are doing, you might think that what we are getting is so huge, so let me just cut what I can get from now. And you're not asking yourself, in the next 3, 4, 5 years, where am I heading to? So it's important for everybody to start to see, no matter how juicy the opportunities you are seeing now may look, long-term planning, long-term thinking is what drives a lot of careers forward. Let's not burn bridges for today that would have helped us cross an ocean tomorrow. So each and every one of us must be able to look at what we are doing and say, okay, what I'm doing now, am I burning a bridge that would have helped me cross a river to a promised land? So everybody always think from that perspective. That's one area. The other area is I was discussing with another CEO, and I asked him, what if your top 10 staffs disappear and the company comes to poach them in January? What if your best line of product, the government bans it? What if something happens and you become incapacitated that you can't actually run the operations of your company? What if a policy comes up and forces you to shut down 70% of your operation? Now, based on that, the guy, after we had this discussion over the weekend, he called me that he wants me to have a meeting with his team tomorrow. What I'm saying is that as we are looking at individual companies, we should also in-house come out and ask ourselves, what are the things that can happen that will disrupt our business? And what measures should we start to put in place immediately to ensure that these things, even if they happen, they don't disrupt us so much? What are the likely risks that can pop up that can knock us out of business? Nobody could have told a POS operator that by 15th or 9th of January, that their business would drop by at least 80% based on the new CBN policy. Nobody would have told maybe somebody who is doing money changing that the money you are working will suddenly be, you can't find 1,500 naira again to operate with. Nobody will tell anybody that, okay, let's say you have a facility with, you normally take money from, your business depends on withdrawing 100,000 every day from the ATM for you to be able to do what you are doing. And now you can't take more than 20,000 again. So it means that we also need to look at our own operation and ask ourselves, what are the likely things that can knock us out of business, and are we prepared for it? Are we even aware of the things that can knock us out of business? The job that we are doing, are we aware of what can actually knock us out of job? And what if, if anything happens, what are the plans we have in place that can say, okay, this is our plan B? It's important for us to move into the next year with these areas clarified. One of the areas that I'm currently working on actively is the area of our taxes. Getting the taxes sorted out. Because you don't want to wake up one day and discover that for one flimsy reason, government is. So it's better that we have all those areas sorted out. So apart from that, we should be able to, as a company, look at what we do and say, okay, these are what can take us out.